My name is Dr. Roger Smith. I'm the director of the Ximenez-Fatio House Museum in St. Augustine, Florida. The Ximenez-Fatio House is a historic home, a historic, actually business. It was a boarding house for the majority of its history. It was built in 1798. To kind of put that in perspective, Washington was still alive. So this is an old house. It's made of 100% coquina. It has an amazing history to it that maybe many other houses in town have not seen. When I first became the director, something came in and one of the staff said, "Where do you want me to put this?" And she said, "Oh, put it up on the 3rd floor." And I went, "We have a 3rd floor?"
Two years ago, we had a new president. The colonial dames owned the house, and the first thing that she asked me was to start documenting the servants and the enslaved people in the house. This had never been done in a rigorous way.
So this is a history that's kind of been hidden, and our goal is really to bring it up and give a voice to all these people who all their voices were lost and taken away.
Most of what you find is what is recorded by the other people who stayed, and they might mention how many servants they were bringing with them.
The way we organized then the exhibit was with a timeline. One side of the timeline, I tell you what's happening in the United States. And the other side of the timeline, I tell you what's happening in the house.
This is a long history of this house, and it goes through several eras. It goes through the Second Spanish period, when people of color had the varying status in societies, into the territorial period and into statehood, and then secession and Civil War and Union occupation, Reconstruction.
This exhibit, to me, now to everybody's going to mean it's a little something different, I think, but to me it means that our ancestors lived with people who they didn't treat very well.
If these walls could talk to people, how do you think they would respond to this exhibit like this?
I think they will say something like, well, finally someone is telling our story. Finally, we are not invisible anymore.
It doesn't matter if you talk to someone who's enslaved, a prisoner of war, someone in a penitentiary, someone in a horrible abusive relationship or home that they can't get out of. They never stop thinking about freedom. That's a human trait. It's innate in us. If we're not completely free, that's all we think about.